Hey everybody, Little Summer here, and I am back with another Sims 3 speed build. And I built this house, I think it's on like a 20 by 20 lot, and there's not much of a backyard, but I made a little like side yard, you'll see here in a minute. Um, but I built this house in Moonlight Falls, and that's the expansion pack that came with Supernatural, I think. And we're just doing up the outside right now. This is a really cute little four room home. The and it took me about, I think the raw footage is about an hour and 50 minutes, and most of my time I spent the most time on the living room because I just could not figure out what I wanted to do with it at all. I was lost. I was like, oh God, how am I gonna do this? Because the living room is very boxy, if that makes any sense. There wasn't very much room. Well, there's a lot of room, of course, because just look at that. The living room is like in that big area in the front right there. And it was just very square. Like I couldn't figure out which corner I wanted to put the living room stuff in, like the couch and stuff. And then I had to make the front bigger because the back area right there was supposed to be a bedroom. And then that little area, like the little tiny room in the front, was supposed to be the kitchen. And then the back little room was supposed to be the bathroom. So I had to change the kitchen and the bedroom. Because whenever I play The Sims, I always make the kitchen bigger. I don't know why. That's just my personal preference. So yeah, right now we're just doing up the landscaping. Didn't have any room for a garage. Um, just like my very first speed build, I'm gonna have the link. I still can't figure out how to upload on the Sims resource. I know I said that I was going to, but um, anybody who downloaded the first house from, I think I had it on Mega. I think that's what that site's called, Mega Fire, Mega something. um, but I gave you guys the link to download the house there, and then you should still get all the custom content in the house that I use in this house because I use quite a lot of it. So yeah, we're just working on the back, like the backyard. I have to be a little bit quiet right now because there's people asleep in my house. Um, so if you hear snoring, that's my friend asleep in the background. Um, yeah, we're just putting some trees. I couldn't put any more than 2 trees. I just thought it was really pretty, and I make this really cute little walkway path, like I did on my very first speed build. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Like I think I have 117 subscribers on my channel right now. And yeah, that's a very tiny pool. Yeah, I was gonna put a diving board, but I didn't have enough room for it because I kind of wish I would have put this house on a 30 by 30, or at least like a 20 by 30, so I could have some kind of a yard. But I'm really proud of myself. Like the very first house that I built came out really pretty. This house, even though it took me a while, like I said, the raw footage is about an hour and 50 minutes. This house was a little bit more difficult because I only had so much room, and like the front room was very, like you see it, right? It's very square. I was having a lot of problems placing things in the living room. And then and then I did this really cool thing where it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but that wall that separates the living room and the kitchen area is supposed to have a fireplace on each side. And so I try it, but the kitchen, even though it's big, um, has little to no room for a kitchen table if I do that. And this house is already is already small. I couldn't add a dining room. I mean, I guess I technically could have made the living room into like a half living room, half dining room kind of thing. But I was already having like, and then I tried to put like a computer desk, and I make it work for a little bit, but then I decide to um, just take it out. Because I imagine this house being kind of like a old lady with like 3 cats kind of thing. Um, but yeah, whenever I build houses, I always try to imagine the family that lives in it. And so like even though like yeah, it's small, but if I were to make a family and move the family into the house, it would be like an old widow or something with like I said, like with a few cats or something. Because I mean, technically they could have like a dog, but it'd have to be a small one. Because, you know, we've all seen the big dog beds for the bigger dogs, and finding a place to fit those comfortably without move objects on is kind of a pain. So yeah, I put that computer desk there and I'll leave it there for a little bit, but then if you keep watching it, it disappears. And my game has been running a lot better because I said in my first speed build that I was having some issues with my computer, and this is before I merged all my custom content, and I had to optimize my game to run at my computer's a bit like the best that my computer could possibly run it, and it actually made it run so much better. And then my boyfriend um, helped me do some other stuff to it. I can't remember exactly what we did, but we did some other stuff to make my computer run really good. Yeah, we're just working on the archway. Are we ever gonna like finish decorating this house? Yeah, I was thinking of doing my very first Build With Me series, and I already have a house in mind. I haven't really gotten anybody like commenting on my speed builds or anything. But then again, this is only my second one, so I think that if I, you know, keep pushing out speed builds, and maybe I should wait until I get a few followers that actually watch all my videos, that maybe it'll be better. So I think right now I'll just focus on pushing out speed builds every day. Not every day, but like maybe 2 speed builds a week, because editing's hard, especially for somebody that's never done it before. And I have a lot of help from my boyfriend, and I know a lot about computers already because I built this computer that I'm using right now. And but yeah, so anybody who starts to watch this, let me know if you guys want to see a Build With Me series, and I'll take it like step by step. You know, like everybody usually does when they do a Build With Me. You know, they usually take it from the very beginning, like, you know, how do you build with no money, without having to put motherload in, and with unlimited funds, and I was also gonna do a how to download custom content, or at least how I do it. So I think that's gonna be my next little video that I make. It'll be like a little side project from working on my speed builds too. And then I can also do like a how to add, or how to do a garage, you know what I mean? Like how to attach a garage to a foundation. that kind of thing. Um, but yeah, we're working on the bedroom right now, I believe, is when I'm watching it. Cause how I do it whenever I like, you know, do my voiceovers is I have the rendered video of me building the sped up version of me building the house on one side of the screen, and then I have my my recording software on the other side, and so I push the play button, or no, I push the space button, and that plays the video, and then I have my mouse hovered over the record button, and then I guess kind of doing both at the same time, and that I guess start talking. I don't know if you guys wanted to know that, but I really hope that that snoring doesn't seep through. Like, I really hope you guys can't hear that. And if you can, I can just like edit it out somehow, I'm sure. There has to be like a reduce noise in the background type of thing in the editing software that I use. At least I hope so. I spent a lot of time in the bedroom too, because I was trying to fill it up as much as I could without the Sims that are going to be living in it having to like glitch out and stuff, if that makes any sense. Sorry, I had to take a drink. But yeah, you'll see here in a minute. We're in the kitchen right now. I use the kitchen stuff from that came with Late Night, and I was gonna use the one from Pets because that seemed more fitting, but I found with Late Night, you don't really have to change the color of it too much because it's a very modern type of kitchen set, whereas the one that came with Pets is more country style, and I always use the color white in my kitchens. I know there's probably a bunch of YouTubers that do that too. It's just very fresh looking, very crisp, very. And then again, I can't. I'm not a very good recolorer. I think is the name for it. So yeah, I'm just working on, you know, putting knickknacks everywhere, making the house look lived in, and so I put a few knickknacks on this shelf right here, and I actually need to download more stuff like that, cause I know a lot of YouTubers that don't really, well, some YouTubers that don't really like to, you know, decorate because they feel like it's a waste of time in their videos or whatever they feel like, or however they feel about that. But this is only like a 15-minute video, and I thought I did a pretty good job of not overdoing the kitchen decorating, but also making sure that the house looked lived in. But yeah, I think we finish up the kitchen and then do the bathroom, and then I think I put some lights a little bit everywhere. So I think I'm gonna leave you guys here. And if you're new, or if you feel like subscribing, you can subscribe or comment on what kind of videos you'd like to see. If you guys want to see a build with me next, or if you wanted to see a how-to videos next, just leave a comment and let me know. And my Instagram and Twitter and stuff will be down below too. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys.